For this lecture, I will show you how to use the date functions in TSQL. I will go through some of the most popular date functions that you will use, and for this I will start by getting today's date. And as you can see, today's date is the 28th of April 2019. If I wanted to add one day onto this date, I can use the date add function. And the syntax for the date add function is date add open bracket, the interval that you want to add, how many days you want to add, and the actual variable what you're going to pass into this function. If I was to run this, it has added one day on to today's date. So you can see it now says the 29th of April. And if I want to take one day off and run it, as you can see it is now the 27th of April. So in the date add function, the D is telling you what the interval is going to be. So for example, D means day and M means month. So if I wanted to take 1 month off, as you can see it's now the 3rd of March. 2 months. Now it's saying February. And if I was to change this to years, if I type in years like that and take off 1 year and run it, as you can see it's 2018. If I was to take off 10 years, it's 2009. So that is how you add and subtract years from today's date, or a date that you'd pass it into this date add function. If you wanted to only show a part of the date, so today's date is the 28th of April and you only wanted to know from that result set what is the month, you can by running this command or this function called date part function. And from this result set you can see it is showing 4 because it's April and it's the 4th month of the year. If I want to only show the day, I'd run or change the M to a D, and now it's showing 28. If I only wanted to see the year and execute that, it is showing the year. There is also a different way I could have done this by using the month function. So as you can see I've got month open bracket here, and if I execute that it is showing the month. If I execute the year function, it's showing the year. So these 5 are 5 different methods of splitting apart a date to give you the only information that you desire. So if you only wanted the month, the day, the year, you can use one of these functions. Another way of splitting up the date is by using date name. So for example, if I run this, this is showing that it's a Sunday because it's showing the name of the date. And if I were to put in a month, like for example in this query, it is showing April, it's showing the name of the date. So if you want to find out the name of the date, you use the function date name. And one more example of how you can manipulate the date is using date diff. Date diff calculates the difference between 2 dates. So here I have got an interval of D, which stands for day. I've got one date here, the 1st of January 2019, and I've got another date value, the 10th of January 2019. So this command will calculate the day's difference between the 1st of January and the 10th of January. So these commands are the most popular type of date functions that you will use in SQL.